very much for patiently waiting by. Primarily, are the demonetization blues over? Can you broadly describe how Q4 turned out vis-a-vis Q3?
So I think yes, to your question whether the demonetization problem is over, yes, it is over. We have returned to near normal. In collections, we had seen a significant drop in the months of demonetization, November and December, and January onwards it's been improving month on month. So January was probably one of the best months in the year. February was even better, and March is up to now 3 weeks. The provisional trends are significantly better. So collections absolutely on the track. As far as disbursement is concerned, it is Magma specific. We have been having the issue of somewhat high NPAs, mainly because 20% of our portfolio is tractor portfolio, and the EMIs for tractor loan are structured, which means that the EMIs are linked to the harvest, Rabi harvest and Kharif harvest. In the Rabi harvest in the months of May and June, and Kharif in the months of November and December. Unfortunately, November and December happened to be demonetization months, and therefore there was significant issues with the tractor loan in the months of November and December. Fortunately, the Kharif crop was very good, and the money for Kharif crop has reached the farmers, and we see significant recovery in the months of January, February, and even in March.
So, Mr. Behati, can you give us some numbers, please? In the quarter gone by, your disbursements were around 1,700 crores or so, slightly lower than the quarter before. Going ahead, because things have improved, what kind of disbursement growth are you looking at?
So, in the months of January and February, we actually had lower disbursements. The overall disbursements would be in the range of about 1,000 crores, and March we see that we are returning to near normal. So probably the quarter as a whole, this quarter will be similar to what we achieved in the months of October, November, December.
Okay, Mr. Behati, good morning. You are also intending to sell down some of your bad loans. How's the NPA picture going to look like from here on?
So, as you know, we have taken approval for selling off a part of our NPA portfolio. We are primarily looking at selling the portfolio which resides in 730 plus bucket, which means that it has been NPA and is more than 2 years since we have recovered from them. And therefore, these are pretty hard buckets, and which we intend to maybe sell off within this quarter. The discussions, negotiations are on at this point in time. Post this sale, our GNPA, which was at 9.9% in the as on 31st December, we expect GNPA to fall to below 7%.
What about
so there would be about 30% reduction in GNPAs.
You didn't give us a number on loan growth. Your loan book stands at around somewhere about 17,000 crores or so. It's been tepid for a very long time. What kind of loan growth would you be looking at?
So in the current quarter, our loan book will almost remain flat. There would not be any growth in this quarter. But in the next year, we expect that the loan book should grow between 7 to 10%.
You had used the RBI dispensation, right, to not classify loans which were not repaid within 90 days. How much of how much did you have to use the dispensation, and do you see that loans have they come back in the current month?
Yeah, so we had used the RBI dispensation only for tractor loans, and the reason I mentioned was that tractors had November and December as bullet EMI months, and therefore it is quite sizable installment, and the farmers were not able to pay.
Okay.
The total dispensation, in if I take absolute number, was about 103 crore rupees, and we have recovered in the months of January and February about 40% of this amount, and March is going far stronger than even February. So we hope to recover almost 70-80% of the amount for which we have taken dispensation.
That's good to hear.
The balance would be maybe 20-30 crores, so that impact will not be very significant.
All right, we'll leave it at that, Mr. Behati. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very much for putting so many details to the overall picture of post-demonetization NBFC lending. We take a break.